Hello everyone. It's Brooke here. I am so excited to be with you all today as we will be stitching out the stuffed ornament from our May Watch and Stitch. Now our stuffed ornament for May comes in 5 different designs. Today we are going to be working with our heart design. So here's kind of a few things you're going to need to get started. You will want your no-show mesh stabilizer. You're going to want your base fabric and back fabric. You'll want your applique fabric, some little polyester stuffing, polyfill, and some ribbon. So before we begin, make sure you have all of your materials if you're stitching along with me. If you're just here for the ride, let's just have some fun. So we're going to start off by running our first machine step, which will be the placement stitch for our base fabric. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I hear we have some folks from Canada and Wisconsin, so thank you for tuning in with me. Now again, this is our stuffed ornament for the May Watch and Stitch. So for today's theme, I decided to change it up a bit, and we are going to be doing an Americana theme because Memorial Day is just around the corner. I've got my red silk top on, so we're going to make a matching ornament for this patriotic weekend. So now that we have our placement stitch all set, we're going to go ahead and lay our base fabric over top of our placement stitch. We want to be sure to cover that completely. Now, if you're worried about your fabric shifting at all, you can use a temporary spray adhesive to keep it in place, or you can use an embroidery tape as well. I feel quite confident that I can move forward with how my fabric is now. I've cut it large enough so it should stay intact. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to run our next machine step, which will be the tacking stitch for our base fabric. Now to secure my base fabric in place, I am actually going to use the same color as my base material. This will help ensure that I have everything set in the long run. I want to make sure that if any of my seams or anything are showing within this project, I have a matching thread. So I'm going ahead and running the same color, which is a navy blue. Alrighty. So now that my base fabric is tacked down in place, I'm actually going to go ahead and switch colors, and that this way you will be able to see where we will place our applique fabric. Now for our applique, I have chosen to use a white applique as I want to use some really fun festive thread colors throughout our embroidery design. Okay, now that we've swapped colors, I'm going to go ahead and run the placement stitch for my applique.
We have a question.
Oh, we have a question.
Are you running blue bobbin to match right now?
So our question is, am I running blue bobbin to match right now? The answer is no. And the reason why I am not using a matching bobbin, as this stuffed ornament will be flipped inside out at the end, so we will not have to worry about what our bobbin colors look like. All right, so we have our awesome placement stitch for our applique. I'm going to go ahead and lay my white applique over top of my placement stitch. You want to be sure that you cover this completely, and we're going to go ahead and run it in the same color. I hope everyone again is having a wonderful day. If you're just tuning in, this is our May Watch and Stitch for the stuffed ornament. It comes in 5 different embroidery design options, and it only comes in one size. So if you're wondering what size hoop you're looking to use, all of our ornaments are 5.2 by 5.2 inches. So, all right, so now that I have my applique tacked down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove my hoop from the sewing machine. I'm going to use a pair of sharp curved tip applique scissors, and I'm going to go ahead and trim my white applique close to the tacking stitch line. And we're going to trim all the way around our entire circle completely. Now I'm curious to know, with Memorial Day right around the corner, if any of you have any plans this weekend. Comment down below because I would love to hear what you have going on. All right, now our applique is all trimmed, so it looks all nice and neat, close to the tacking stitch line. I'm going to go ahead and run my next machine step, which will be the blanket stitch finish. Now for the blanket stitch finish, I will be using the white matching thread to match my applique fabric.
You're using no show mesh stabilizer?
Yes. And once we have our blanket stitch all finished, we're going to go ahead and start running our embroidery. Now this project is super fun, as you can make it any way that you truly desire. As you can see throughout our tutorial, we use some bright colors. There's some twill textiles you can use. I am using a grunge blue cotton to go with our patriotic theme, as well as a lightly printed white applique fabric. I also want to show you, while we aren't exactly to this step yet, while my blanket stitch is running, I had pulled a few options for the ribbon for this ornament. So you can see I have some red here. If we wanted to, I could also use some blue polka dots. And I also pulled this kind of fun, different material, which is just a metallic, leafy like ribbon. I think it's pretty cool. You can use any sort of ribbon that you truly desire for your ornament. Okay. Now I have my handy little list of colors in here since I chose to swap some things around. And we are all done with our blanket stitch. Again, we want our blanket stitch to match our applique. So as you can see in your tutorial, you are going to want to use a matching thread. And for this one, I chose to use white to match my white applique. So now that I'm moving on to my embroidery steps, I'm going to go ahead and change my colors around a little bit to create that patriotic theme. And while we are starting to run our first set of embroidery, let's do a giveaway. So for this one, since the first color is navy, if you could comment down below navy, we will have our wonderful commentator behind the camera, Lauren, pick a winner for us. Now, while that is running, I have a few extra goodies to give in mind. Now, I'm sure you have all seen my reminder to join me on my watch and stitch. Now, in that reminder, I told you that I would have a special little surprise for you if you decided to join me today for the live. So, I'll give you a minute to comment navy, because I know you are all very excited about this gift card. So I'll give you a moment to comment navy, and then we will go into the fun details on what I have to tell you. So just in case you're tuning in, just a fresh recap, we are doing the stuffed ornament for our watch and stitch for May. We are currently on the embroidery portion of our design. Either way, I hope you are enjoying yourselves as we stitch this out.
And don't forget to remind them too that next week we're taking Tuesday off.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'm sure a bunch of you have already commented navy, so I'm guessing you are ready for the fun things I have to tell you about. So, normally our watch and stitch videos are featured on Tuesdays, but as we move into June, On the first weekend of June, we will be giving you our Watch and Stitch videos on Saturdays. So you will get to join us on Saturday as we teach you all of the good stuff that comes along with our Watch and Stitch live stitch outs. So I know you're so excited to hang out with us on Tuesdays. You will now be even more excited, I'm sure, to hang out with us on Saturdays. So that is the big news here that we have at Anita Goodesign. You will be stitching with us on Saturdays now instead of Tuesdays. So make sure to keep that in your calendar as we will begin this the first weekend of June. Now, to make things even better, we're kind of taking a break for the Memorial Day weekend. So as we shift into next week, we will not have a live stitch out on Tuesday. But there's no worries because we're going to start having some fun on Saturdays. So enjoy your weekend while you're having some fun for this Memorial Day weekend, and then we'll hop back into next week with a bunch of fun goodies for you. But just so you stay up to date, we will not have a live stitch out on Tuesday, May 31st. But we will have a lot of fun on those June weekends together. So that is the big news that I have to share with you. I hope you are all just as excited for our Saturday stitch outs. Now, as this embroidery continues to run, let's, do we have a winner?
Yes, we do.
Alrighty.
It is Donna Matter.
Donna Matter, you are the winner of our gift card. Now, feel free to message our customer service team. You can give us a call or you can shoot us an email and we will get you that gift card right to you. Donna Matter, congratulations on winning an Anita gift card for this Watch and Stitch. All right, now I have a flash sale, a fun sale for you that is going until this Sunday. Now, you can see we had a lot of fun with this one. This is our Learn to Count, which was released in January of 2018. Now, this is a fun way to count with your children. It comes with all these cute little animals. You have a bunch of fun fabrics. We used a lot of fun fabrics in this one, actually, which is part of my favorite thing about this. So we have a cloud decorative cotton. We have hearts. There is a bunch of fun stuff that you can do with this, and I just love the color scheme. Our team did a great job at the color scheme. We have folded fabrics, standard applique, folded fabric borders. We have these cute little pails to help you and your little one count. Now, this is originally $34.95, but for you it is on sale for $17 until Sunday. So don't miss out on this one. This again is our Learn to Count. You can head on over to our website, or I'll have Lauren drop the link in the comment section. And yeah, this is a great quilt for someone who's just beginning to learn. So yeah, it's really pretty. A lot of fun techniques in this one. Originally $34.95, but it is all yours for $17 until Sunday. All right, so now we have our first color choice all done, which was the navy. I'm going to go ahead and swap out my colors for this light blue color. Now again, when creating your stuffed ornament, you can use any colors and textiles that you truly desire to fit your theme. I decided to just go with a patriotic theme as Memorial Day is just around the corner, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do for a little festive Watch and Stitch.
Will you let everybody know that the Saturday Watch and Stitch classes will start at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Yes. So, as we talked about before, in June, our Watch and Stitch will move and shift to Saturdays. So instead of Tuesday, you'll be joining us as we stitch out together each Saturday. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering what time does that start? As our Tuesdays usually start at 1:30, we will be starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. So make sure to be on the lookout, set your alerts, mark your calendars, because we are going to have fun at 10 a.m. Standard Eastern Time for our live stitch outs starting in June. Okay, now for some even more fun, we have a great giveaway that is happening. So, who in the comment section watching this live Watch and Stitch with me wants a chance to win 3 months of all access. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how can I do this? I'm so anxious to know because we all want the all access club, right? So in order to do this, we are doing a floral giveaway. Now, what you need to do is submit your floral designs, whether that is by messaging us on our social medias, it's email, or anything like that for your social media accounts. You will tag a friend in the announcement video, and we will have a winner this Friday at 10 a.m.
And they need to be Anita Goodesign florals.
Now, of course, since this is an Anita Goodesign giveaway, they need to be Anita Goodesign florals. So make sure you let us know what collection you chose to stitch out from. I have a few fun things right here. For example, we have our nature sketches, which came out in 2015. This would be a great example of how you could win the giveaway. All you need to do is just take a picture of your beautiful masterpiece, send it in to us, show us what you got, and you have the opportunity to win at 10:30 a.m. on Friday. We have another example here too, which is the Birds and Flowers of the 50 States. This is also a fun collection, which is also perfect timing for that patriotic feel, as you can stitch together all your birds and flowers. Now, this came out in 2017 and is also a great example of how you can win 3 months of all access, all for you just by showing us your beautiful floral designs, Anita Goodesigns, of course. And yeah, we will be choosing a winner at 10:30 a.m. this Friday. Now, on top of all of our amazing deals, starting from yesterday and going until May 25th, we are also giving you a nice deal on our Signature Series 3 Flower Garden. So if you have not seen my live on that, make sure to go check it out. You get to catch me in a fun little beach hat. I'll show you a few purses, and it's just a great deal on these 3D dimensional flowers. So this, again, is the Steven Wilson Signature Series 3 Flower Garden. And that will be on sale, originally $150, but it will be yours for $125 until May 25th. So that's another goodie that you don't want to miss out on. We have a lot of cool stuff to go along with that. You get to see Steve piecing together his amazing art. You get to learn how we piece together these three-dimensional flowers. And aside from all the goodies that we show you in that video, there are tons of ways that you can really amp up your home decor just by using these three-dimensional flowers. So if you love Signature Series 1 and 2, you are sure to love Signature Series Volume 3 Flower Garden. All right, we're still rolling and rocking with some embroidery. We're gonna eventually switch back to some other colors. Now, in case you have noticed, there may be a little butterfly on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. If you hover your mouse over that butterfly, you can easily subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, subscribing to our YouTube channel is the best. Highly recommend it, as you will be the first ones to know when we post. So you'll get all the good details on all of our amazing YouTube videos. It also helps us if you like this video as well. So give us a nice thumbs up, like this video, and share it with your friends so they can learn about our Watch and Stitch as well. Alrighty, so we are now on to our next embroidery color. We're gonna go ahead and swap back to this navy. Like I said before, you can use any sort of array of textiles and threads for your designs. I chose to use a grunge cotton and a decorative white cotton. You may not see the little decorative parts in the white cotton, but that's okay. I just wanted to go with the patriotic theme, and that was a super cute way to add extra dimension to my project. Now, again, for this project, we are using a no-show mesh stabilizer. This is just going to help us secure everything in the hoop. Now this design currently that I'm working on has about 6,000 steps. There are 5 different stuffed ornaments to choose from. They all come in one size, which will be 5.2 inches by 5.2 inches, just in case you're wondering roughly what size you need for your hoop. That is the size that we are running with. And some of them go for a little bit more stitches or a little bit less, but no worries, this is such a quick project. It's listed on here as only 11 steps, so you can definitely have a lot of fun with this one. Now, in case you missed out on my flash sale, I have to show this little guy again because he's just amazing. Now, we have a lot of fun, bright colors in here, but you can really customize this one as well. The best part about our quilting projects is they are in an untraditional style of quilting, which means that our stippling and all of that good stuff is built right into your project. So we have some what looks like free motion stippling, like circles built throughout each block. You can play around with your cotton fabrics. There's standard applique, you have folded fabric borders, you have folded fabric elements with embroidery featured on top. There are a lot of great techniques for this quilting collection. This is called Learn to Count, and it came out in January of 2018. Yes, January of 2018. Now, it's originally $34.95, but it is on sale for $17 until Sunday. Now, you don't want to miss out on this one. This is another one where I would love to see what you come up with, whether you choose to select your own theme or if you choose to follow ours as a guide. This is really cute. There's a lot of decorative prints in here that are super fun. We have clouds, we have hearts, all that good stuff. And you can see kind of that there's a mermaid fish scale looking decorative print as our folded fabric. It just truly adds dimension to this and creates quite a beautiful piece. So I definitely recommend this. Teach your little ones how to count with these fun little animals. We have monkeys and ducks and elephants. We even utilize some felt in here as well to create a little bit more of a realistic touch. But again, this is Learn to Count. I will have Lauren drop this in the chat for you, but you can also head on over to our Anita Goodesign website and just type in Learn to Count. And again, this will be on sale for $17, all for you until Sunday. So don't miss out on this good one. And don't forget to send us in your art as well. We love to see what you all come up with. Of course, we have a fantastic creative team around here who gives us all these amazing ideas on how to put together your embroidery, your quilting, and your projects. But as creators ourselves, we know that you love to design your stuff just the way you like it, and we love to see it. So make sure that you are sending in your projects for a chance to be featured on our page, whether that's Instagram or Facebook. Now, I decided to do a little printout here, but I just realized that the white is kind of a little bit off. But I wanted to give you all a nice little tip and trick that I use when I am designing my own color palette. Now, I love the freedom that I'm given here because I have the opportunity to have fun with you guys just like I am doing right now. Now, I designed this patriotic theme, and while red, white, and blue is our main color for this watch and stitch, sometimes, even though we have this basic color palette, we still need to decide and determine which direction we want to go. And whether that's bright colors, rustic colors, a vintage theme, we still need to choose those elements within selecting our threads and our fabrics. So one of my little tips and tricks that I like to do is Pinterest is my very best friend. I love Pinterest because I always gather my inspiration from that website. Oops. Here I am talking and not threading my needle. All right. So Pinterest is one of my favorite websites when it comes to gathering my inspiration. Now, basically all I will do is, based off of the collection of choice, I will go ahead and look up a similar color palette. So say for this one, red, white, and blue color palette. Or if it's Olenita Had a Farm, for example, I will look up like a rustic barn or any sort of aesthetic that I am looking for my final project to look like. So I'll show you this, but I know you're all probably thinking, Brooke, why would you print white on white paper? Yes, that is true. That is a good question. I'm asking myself that now. But I decided to go ahead and print this out for you all so that you can see that I love to go to Pinterest. I love to find a color palette. I like to look at different things that fit that theme for me, set an inspiration board, and go from there. It's one of the best ways you can utilize it as your own little thread library as you select what threads will look best with what. So whether that is like a dark navy or a baby blue, there's tons of different shades and variations within each thread set. And so just have some fun with it. Head over to Pinterest, find something that suits your style the best, and if you need to, print it off. If not, use your phone or your iPad or your computer to compare your threads, and that is how I personally select my threads here at Anita. Alrighty. So we just finished our red heart. We will be going to the last color of our embroidery before all of the fun stuff. So again, just in case you are tuning in, this is our stuffed ornament from our May Watch and Stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my light blue because it's going to go into this inside portion of my heart, and then our embroidery will be complete.
Hey Brooke, when you get a second, will you repeat the floral, how they submit their floral designs for the contest?
Yes. So we have an amazing contest for you all, and that is submitting your Anita Goodesign floral designs. Now, all that you need to do is submit your wonderful pieces of art. I have a few examples here of art that you can choose from. We have an extensive library of floral designs here at Anita, and I'm sure you've all went through our library, found something that best suited you, and made it. Now, if you have any pictures of that, you can DM us or you can message us on social media. You can send us an email. Any way you truly desire to show us your beautiful masterpiece. Now, here I have nature sketches, which is a good example of something if you've created before. This is a great way to show off our floral embroidery. I mean, look at this with our the little pieces of butterflies and birds. So this is a great way to do it. So all you need to do, snap a picture of your masterpiece, send it in to us, and we will have a drawing this Friday at 10:30 a.m. and you have the chance to win 3 months of all access. Now, all access is great. There's a lot of amazing things that you can get with this. So you will have 3 months of our amazing collections, exclusive content that is only for our subscribers. It really is an amazing deal. Now, this is a giveaway all for you, 3 months of all access. We will be drawing a winner this Friday at 10:30. Okay, just cleaning up a little bit here, and we'll move on to the fun part. Okay, so now is the most crucial part of our stuffed ornament. You want to make sure that you have your ribbon picked out, trimmed, and placed in the correct position. So I'm going to go a little bit brighter for this one. I'm going to go with the red to give it a little bit more of an added extra detail because I only use a little bit of red embroidery. So it is recommended on here to use a ribbon that is 6 inches long. I'm just going to eyeball that one since I decided to have multiple options. So once you have your ribbon all set and trimmed, you want to go ahead and take your piece of ribbon, fold it in half, just like so, and the loop is going to be what is facing the inside of your design. So I'm going to go ahead and tape it, and then I will lift my I will lift it up for you all to see. We're going to have it sticking out of the top of our design about a 1/2 inch. And again, as though we recommend a 6-inch ribbon, You can make that as to whatever size you truly desire. There's no limit in this. So if you want a shorter ribbon or a longer ribbon, the choice is yours. So again, I'm going to place it towards the top of my design. I'm going to tape the top portion because that is the part that will not get embroidered on or sucked in the design at all. Now I'm going to show you. This is how you will lay it on your design. Now the reason why our loop is facing the inside of our ornament is because once we flip our design inside out, the ribbon will be flipped right side up. Now if that sounds confusing, no worries, because I'm about to take you through those steps as we go along. So you can go ahead and tape that down, and then we are going to take our back fabric. I chose to use the same color as the front, but again, you are the designer and the creator, so you get to do it however you choose. I may also put a piece of embroidery tape as well on the loop just to make sure it's exactly how I want it to be. Now that is not listed in your tutorial, but it's just an extra tip and trick to make sure that it is lined up just how you like it. So we are going to go ahead and lay our back fabric over top of our design. Now one of the most crucial things is we are flipping our design inside out at the end of this project. So what I will need you to do is find the right side of your fabric. Now if you're using a basic cotton material, you may not have a right and a wrong side, but since I am using this grunge navy, this grunge pattern will be considered my right side of my fabric. So you're going to take your fabric, place it right side facing down. You want to cover your design completely, and again, you can use an embroidery tape to keep your design in place. I feel quite comfortable with the size that I chose to cut my fabric out in, so I'm going to go ahead and run my design. And since this will be in the inside of my design, I will run this in a light blue thread so you can see what it looks like, as there will be a small hole at the bottom so that when we finish, we can go ahead and trim our design out and flip it inside out. All right. So while this is stitching, I think we should give away another gift card. This will be a $25 gift card. Let's use the word red this time. We use navy, so let's use the word red. Comment down below red in order for a chance to win a $25 gift card. So now we are just tacking our back fabric in place. Again, I'm using a light blue so that you can see how it looks once it's finished being tacked down. There will be a small opening in the bottom. And then we'll be using what we call polyfill to stuff our stuffed ornaments. You can get polyfill at any store online. You could also check with your local dealer or just check at a craft store in your area and you'll be able to find polyfill. This is a great tool to use when stuffing your stuffed ornaments. Now again, I had 3 different options listed on this table for us today. When you are making your stuffed ornament, you can have a lot of fun with your threads. Now, I pulled 3 different choices to show you that fit that patriotic theme that I was going for. So I have this light blue ribbon with white polka dots. We went with a bright red that also fits our patriotic theme. And we have a shiny metallic leaf looking thread, which was super pretty, but I definitely wanted to go with the red as we needed a little bit more pop of color. Now, our design has finished stitching, but we are not done yet. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my design from the sewing machine. So right now, this is what our design looks like. You can see that there is an opening at the bottom, and that is where we are going to flip our design through. So let's go ahead and remove it from the hoop. Oh, yes, we have a winner.
Carol Lamon.
Carol Lamond. Carol Lamond, I hope I'm saying that correctly. You are the winner of our $25 Anita giveaway. Congratulations. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and trim around my design. That is the next step once you remove your design from the hoop. I'm going to trim down at about 1/4 of an inch. And we are trimming through the entire design. So we are trimming through the back fabric or our stabilizer, and yes, the back fabric that we have here. We are trimming through the whole thing. And I'm going to trim at about 1/4 of an inch. I'm using my applique scissors, but if you have your handy dandy fabric scissors laying around, that is perfect as well.
Will you also let them know that the June watch and stitch designs will be released this week for them to purchase?
And in case you're wondering any more about our June watch and stitch, you may be wondering, okay, so they're going to be on Saturdays, but when will my designs be released? Well, you will be able to get your June watch and stitch designs this week, which is awesome because then you get to prep and gather all your materials and stitch out with us on Saturdays, which is even more exciting. Okay, now this is in fact listed in your tutorial, and it is also a great tip and trick for whenever you are trying to turn or flip a design that has a curve. You're going to take those sharp curved appliques, well, they don't have to be curved, but they have to be sharp, that's for sure. What we're going to do is we're going to clip around our design. Now maybe you might want to go at about, if you want to, you can go at 1/2 an inch. I would recommend staying in between 1/2 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch. This just reduces the bulk when you go to flip your design. I am just putting a notch all around my freestanding ornament. And this just helps create a nice round curve. It lets the fabric lay nice and flat. This is a great tip for whenever you have anything that is curved. Okay, so now that we have that all set, we have our little opening here, which I showed you earlier. We're going to go ahead and flip our design right side facing out. And here is our ornament. We can go ahead and remove that tape. Again, taping down that portion, this portion of your ribbon is not listed in your tutorial, but it is just a little extra tip and trick from me. I like to make sure that everything is aligned correctly, so that's just a little something that I wanted to share with you all. And you can see that we have this beautiful freestanding ornament. Now, for the fun part, I'm sure you're wondering, aside from the polyfill that I just talked about, how are we going to finish off our design? So let's go ahead and stuff this design. And you can put as much polyfill as you truly desire in this as well. Again, you are the creator behind your projects. So if you want to put an excessive amount in there, or you just want a little bit, the choice is yours as always. So. Again, you can get polyfill at any of your craft stores online. This is great for stuffing any of our 3-dimensional projects. This awesome stuffed ornament. Oh, as it flies away from me. So I'm just going to add a little bit more here so you can see. But check that out, how fun. Now, in order to finish off this design, all you would need to do is tuck in your little seam. And what you would do is you would take a needle and thread and you would just hand stitch this closed. However you decide to do it, there are many ways. If you just hop online to see how you would prefer to do it, you can slip stitch or you can do machine stitch if you prefer. Again, that choice is yours. But look at this cute little ornament. They're honestly perfect for any occasion. I mean, you could even make a couple of these for the holiday just around the corner. And it has little loops. You can hang them up as little decor. You can dangle them off of your casserole dish. I don't know, random, but it would be super cute for this Memorial Day weekend. Now again, this was our stuffed ornament from our Watch and Stitch. Don't forget to check out my flash sale going on until Sunday, which is our awesome Learn to Count. Only $17 until Sunday, which is super exciting. Now, our June Watch and Stitch stuff will be released this week, so you're going to want to hop on that so we can have a lot of fun in June as we stitch together on Saturdays. I really appreciate you all for joining me. I hope I taught you some amazing tips and tricks today for our May Watch and Stitch. Thanks for closing out this month with me. Don't forget, next Tuesday we will not have a live Watch and Stitch, so we can relax and unwind from the week and get started as we move into June. I hope you all had so much fun with me today. Thanks for stitching with me.